Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And give this video a like up. Bold and the Beautiful has Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester's rivalry in high gear as one gains control over the other's domain on the CBS soap. Steffy walks around as if this will soon be over, but Hope joins Carter Walton in the executive office to christen the room. It looks like Carter and Hope think they will have control for a while. So who wins out? B&B fans got an eyeful of a risque lovemaking scene in celebration of conquering Forrester creations. Still, Steffy banks on the adage that there is a rise before a fall. And she sees Hope and Carter headed for that fall with their devious takeover. Bold and the Beautiful puts both Hope Logan, Annika Noel, and Steffy Forrester, Jacqueline McSinswood, riding high, as both think they won this war. But the real winner isn't established yet. The signatures on the LLC documents gave all the power to Carter Walton, Lawrence St. Victor for now, or at least until a legal loophole is discovered, returning the reins to the Forresters. But Hope piggybacked on Carter's plan. She has a different agenda for this takeover, and that is retaliation against Steffy. Many Bold and the Beautiful fans see the Logan daughter ravishing every minute after stripping Steffy Forrester of her power. Bold and the Beautiful fans witnessed the shoulder butt Steffy landed on Hope last week as she walked out the SC office door. The Forrester daughter is on a roll to annihilate Hope Logan from the company and her family once and for all. Steffy also has faith in Justin Barber's, Aaron D. Spears' ability to restore control of the company to the family. But Bold and Beautiful spoilers indicate that while Justin appears to work for the Forrester family, he's likely tied in with an old alliance. Just as Carter Walton is Ridge Forrester's, Thorsten K., best friend, Justin has a powerful best buddy as well, Bill Spencer, Don Diamond. The two severed their relationship a while back, but Bold and the Beautiful restored them to best buddy status in an odd scene months ago. At the time, there didn't seem to be any reason for B&B to do this, but since they were reunited as best friends, this leaves the perfect scenario for Bill. He can pull all the strings in this takeover if Justin secretly works with him. Still, Bold and the Beautiful may have some drama planned, especially with Steffy Forrester and her family now rendered powerless. SC has to go back to the Forrester family eventually. But until then, Hope Logan can find many ways to taunt Steffy and her family, while Carter is still in control. Bold and the Beautiful pits two selfish stepsisters against each other, and it is hard to determine which one is more selfish in this mess. But Steffy got the ball rolling when she fired Hope after accusing her of coming on to her husband in that lingerie incident. Now that the Forrester daughter knows the truth, she carries on as if nothing has changed. Plus, Finn remains under the impression that Hope tried to seduce him and Steffy Forrester never corrected this for him. So John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin, will likely find out soon that Hope Logan's firing was a mistake. Then guilt likely comes over him because he had a hand in her firing with his accusations that she tried to seduce him. Much like Steffy, Finn wouldn't listen to what Hope had to say. So he went with Steffy's narrative of seduction. But Finn being Finn, he most likely apologizes to Hope Logan. He may also possibly become angry with his wife for how she treats Hope, but most of all for sucking him into condemning Hope for something she didn't do. Bold and the Beautiful had Carter Walton's takeover speech detail the indignities the Logan ladies endured at FC. Eric Forrester, John McCook, likely didn't know the extent of this until Carter spoke up. So he has something else to chew on as he fumes over Carter and Hope's coup. But Steffy Forrester might find herself explaining some of her underhanded deeds, like firing Hope Logan. After all, that was the event that put the wheels in motion for the takeover. Then, with Brooke Logan soon announcing her new CEO position at FC, Eric likely realizes the culture at his company was just how Carter described it. So he may see that Steffy Forrester's selfish agenda was to blame, with her father backing her up. The Forresters will undoubtedly take the helm of their company sometime in the future, but not before Hope Logan gets to mop the floor with her rival's false accusations on the CBS soap. The Forrester Creations runway has seen culture, scandal, and heartbreak, but nothing prepared fans for the fiery face-off that exploded between Hope Logan and Steffy Forrester this week. It wasn't just a verbal takedown, it was a full-on psychological catwalk brawl, with Hope strutting her dominance in stilettos of steel. For years, the saga of Hope and Steffy has revolved like a cursed carousel, each taking turns at the helm of heartbreak, love triangles, and professional tug-of-wars. But this time, it was Hope's moment in the spotlight. And let's just say, Steffy might want to call maintenance, because Hope just mopped the floor with her. Steffy, ever the poised powerhouse, storms into the design office like a thundercloud with perfect hair. She's riding high on her throne as co-CEO, dripping with the kind of power that says, "I don't wait for meetings, I summon them." Her glare alone could cut through Chiffin. She's ready to throw down, convinced that Hope has once again let emotions get in the way of business, blaming her for the recent PR mess involving Thomas. Hope, however, isn't cowering. Not today. Dressed in a sleek ivory blazer and a calm fierceness in her eyes, she turns slowly, like a lioness who's heard a challenge but isn't impressed. Her voice, velvet-covered steel. Steffy's jaw tightens. She's not here for sass, she's here for blood. She brings up Thomas. Again, his obsession, his darkness. She accuses Hope of dangling her affection like a carrot, of leading him on and putting the company at risk. But Hope? She's done being the sweet girl with clasped hands and pleading eyes. She steps forward, her heels clicking like punctuation on a final warning. And then she drops the mic, metaphorically, of course. You want to talk about manipulation, about obsession? Let's talk about you, Steffy. Always trying to rewrite history, paint yourself as the martyr while throwing stones from a glass office. Hope doesn't stop there. She brings receipts, emotional ones. She reminds Steffy of every time she weaponized Liam's love, every time she played the victim only to swoop in with that Forrester confidence and rewrite the narrative. She points out how Steffy parades her position in the company like a birthright, while Hope has had to earn every inch of respect she has, through grit, through creativity, and yes, through heartbreak. You think you're the queen of Forrester. You're just afraid I finally stopped asking for your permission to shine. At this point, you could practically hear Brooke, somewhere off-screen, pouring a glass of wine and whispering, "That's my girl." Steffy, never one to back down, tries to strike back. She sneers that Hope is unstable, too close to Thomas to see clearly, that she's repeating the same mistakes Brooke made with Ridge. My mother may have made mistakes, but at least she never pretended to be perfect while stabbing people in the back. It's not just a verbal lashing, it's a full psychological unraveling. Hope, calm and collected, dismantles Steffy's holier-than-thou persona with surgical precision. It's not rage, it's righteous fury. It's the slow burn of a woman who has been underestimated for too long, finally turning the tide. Hope doesn't yell. She doesn't cry. She doesn't need to. Every word she says lands like a gavel. I've built my brand without writing the Forrester name. I've built a future for my daughter that doesn't depend on a man choosing me. Can you say the same? That's when Steffy's face twitches. Not much, but enough. Because for all her poise, Steffy knows she's losing control of the narrative. For the first time in a long time, she's not the one with the upper hand. Hope has taken off the gloves, and what's underneath isn't weakness, it's power. By the time the dust settles, Steffy walks out, her silence more telling than any comeback she could have mustered. Hope is left standing, not just as a woman defending her truth, but as a force to be reckoned with. Her hands aren't dirty, just decisive, and the message is loud and clear. This isn't the same girl who once begged Liam to choose her. This isn't the pushover who let Steffi steamroll her with status and sass. This is a woman who knows her worth and won't let anyone, not even a Forrester, undermine it. Of course, in true bold and the beautiful fashion, this is far from over. The fallout will ripple across the company, the family, and the ever-tangled web of love lives. But one thing's for sure, Hoke just claimed a long-overdue win. And she did it without raising her voice, without dirty tricks, without flinching.